What's happening? It's us little boys here again, telling you how to win fantasy football. Average Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 54. This is going to be a quick episode. We just want to give a little Thursday night football preview. Me and Tyler here. No Anthony. He's still in the hospital. If you want to, I think I linked the description to the GoFundMe for his hepatitis. We found out that's what it is hepatitis. So if you want to donate, just go ahead and go in the link below. There's a GoFundMe going for him. Yeah, it would really help him out. Now, episode 54, we're talking Thursday Night Football. We're talking Bears. We're talking Cowboys. We're just giving you a little heads up. Like I said, quick one. Before that, follow us on Instagram at @AverageBros_fantasy football. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Links in our Instagram. It's down below too. Go do that if you're just listening to audio. Now, if you're just listening to audio, go on the Apple Podcast app. Give us a rate and review. That'll be helpful. It gives us it actually really helps us move up in the podcast world on the iTunes app. So, that being said, all the nitty gritty out of the way, let's talk about this game. What do you think? All right, first of all, who do you think is going to win this?
I don't know. It's a tough game. I kind of like the under. I don't think a lot of points are going to be scored in this game.
Yeah. Chicago, not good.
Thursday night games, I mean, it's like a short week. Dallas is on the road in Chicago. It's tough. Plus, I'm not really sold on Trubisky. I feel like this breakdown will be pretty quick.
I don't think anybody really is sold on Mitchell Trubisky, to be honest.
I think I might just straight bet the under.
Yeah. Dallas is -3. It's in Chicago. Over under 43. Favored by 3 points. Dallas is. Let's start on Dallas' side of the ball.
Let's do it.
You starting the Dak attack?
All I can say is that he's been kind of hot lately, but he's kind of been like Hansel. But I feel like he plays better at home than when he's on the road.
Right.
So, and obviously I don't think too many points are going to be scored right here. So I'd probably try to find some other options if I could. I mean, I know it sounds gross, but Sam Darnold at home against Miami, I know he's out there in a ton of leagues. Like, I'd feel more comfortable throwing Sam Darnold out there, even though he had a terrible game last week. But sometimes you just got to play the matchups. I mean, it's first week of the playoffs. You don't want Dak to go out there and give you a dud. And I guess he always has the upside of, having a good game. He obviously can run the ball, so a little bit on the ground. The upside of rushing, but
I think he's like a middle tier play, Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely worse. You would play Sam Darnold over Dak?
I think I would play Sam Darnold over Dak, just at how bad Miami's defense or the pass defense is. So
right.
Plus, I kind of like that game. We'll touch on that when we get some more into that matchup in the next episode. But
pad the wire for Sam Darnold.
But yeah, I do like Sam Darnold because it's kind of a revenge game for Adam Gase as well. They're at home. Just versus Dolphins. So, yeah, I feel more comfortable with them. I mean, would you go Dak over Sam?
I just feel like Dak's kind of a more safe play.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Since it's the playoffs, I'm just going to take it. I'm not going to push it and take a risk on Sam Darnold, who can just completely lose games.
Yeah.
And just not do well, put up duds, put up 3 points in a week. So yeah, even though the matchup is kind of juicier, I'm gonna go with a more reliant guy like Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
In that position.
I was reading something, I forget where I saw it, but it's saying Chicago's been really tough at home. I don't think they've given up a quarterback one performance in the last year or two. So just like I said, short week on the road. I get what you're saying too. But yeah, it's hard to sit a guy like Dak with how good he's been playing.
I just think he's got a safer floor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I got you. That being said, Ezekiel Elliott, I think it's playoffs, you're lighting him up.
Ezekiel is no one.
Yep. Tony Pollard's questionable. I think he's actually out, which is, he's questionable.
Just means Zeke's going to get probably more of a workload than he would already get. So
yeah, because
Zeke's a set it and forget it, guys.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited for that little Zeke action. Wide receivers, you got Amari Cooper.
I mean, I think it's a tough matchup. Like I said, me personally, I'm not as high on Dak as you. And like I said, I don't think there's going to be many points scored in this game. But even with that being said, you still have to start Amari Cooper. I think the upside or the ceiling is kind of capped for a kind of game he had. He's also like another guy where, looking at some stats from something else I saw, like at home he has like monster games. Like he's averaging like 20 plus PPR points at home, but then on the road he's averaging like 8 points.
Yeah,
on the road.
That's pretty rough road, a home split.
Yeah, but I mean, he's, it's Amari Cooper, so.
You're not, yeah. I think you're playing him this week too.
Yeah.
Any of these other wide receivers, do you feel comfortable, like Gallup or anybody like that?
Gallup would be like a wide receiver 3 flex guy.
Yeah.
Maybe you're in a double flex league, we throw him in there, but there'd be some other receivers I'd probably want to try to start over Gallup. Again, like I keep saying back to, I don't think there's going to be too many points scored here. And if I think Dak struggles on the road, then, how many passing yards he's going to get, touchdowns are at a premium. So,
Right.
Maybe Zeke, runs a touchdown and Dak only throws 1 or 2 touchdowns. So, not
You're
really a high
limited.
ceiling for Gallup, yeah.
Devin Smith, Randall Cobb, that being said, any of these guys?
Nah.
No.
Negative.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. I think it's Michael Gallup's a wide receiver 3 flex play. If anything, these other guys are just, you're really taking a risk, I think.
Yeah.
Throwing those guys in there. But Amari Cooper, I think you're playing. Tight ends, Jason Witten.
I mean, he's like a back end tight end 1. I mean, who are some tight ends you would start over Jason Witten? Just off the top of my head,
I'd be starting Vance over. I would start Vance McDonald against Arizona over Jason Witten, and he's been dropped in a lot of leagues. I picked him up in like 2 leagues this week. So yeah, I think you can reach for him and grab that.
I mean, you playing like a Jason Witten or a Jimmy Graham?
Where are we at? I probably play. That's hard. That's
gross, right? Pull the trigger.
I think I might play Jimmy Graham just because it's fuck. No, I play Jason Witten.
I think I'd go Jason Witten.
Yeah.
But that's pretty gross. But
Yeah, both of those I don't like that.
you playing Jason Witten over O.J. Howard? He's just dead you?
Yes. I'm not
I
playing.
think,
O.J.
you
Howard.
just got a bitter taste in your mouth with O.J. Howard, so you're just like, fuck that guy. Like,
Yes,
But I'd be playing guys like Jack Doyle. You said Van Stance. I'd be playing them over Jason Witten. Who else we got over here? Just looking at these tight ends. But, I mean, if Gerald Everett's out, again, you dialing up Higbee, or are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'm in a flex. I'm in a double flex league, and right now I have 3 tight ends going. I have Tyler Higbee, Vance McDonald, and I have Dallas Goedert.
Jesus.
But I don't know. I'm in a spot.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
I mean, I have Benny. There's a lot going on in it's a 3 wide receiver double flex league. There's just a lot going on, but it's that time of year. It's playoffs. I got to make some moves, dude.
Yeah, I'm in a tough spot like that too with the tight ends. I know we're kind of veering off topic here, but I'm in a tough spot with the tight end position too. I have Evan Ingram, so he's there, but it's like Vance McDonald's on the waiver wire, so I picked him up, and it's like,
fuck, do I play him over
it's like yeah,
Evan Ingram?
I think I have to because I think the tight end.
Here's what I'll say about Vance McDonald real quick. I know we're not talking about this game, but I will say that even though he hasn't been involved as much, they do have a much better quarterback in. I think Devlin Hodges he's actually getting shit done on offense where Mason Rudolph just literally nothing was happening with the receivers when Mason Rudolph was there. Maybe like 1 or 2 touchdowns from randomly, but nothing crazy. I think they're just teams have learned to exploit the tight ends there. I think I don't know. I think it's safe to play Vance McDonald.
Yeah, I mean, I think the numbers are if you just played against the Cardinals every week, that'd be the best tight end in
God,
the
I hope I'm right on
NFL
this
right
one.
now. So we'll see. Anyways, we'll touch on that when we get to the matchups. But Dallas side of the ball, you like that defense or what?
I'm not mad at it. I wish it would. I would feel more comfortable if it was in Dallas, but it being in Chicago is kind of a little bit sketchier. I know Mitch Trubisky. How's Mitch Trubisky in primetime? Do you know anything off the top of your head?
I don't know. Trubisky's just
He is Trubisky.
he's all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing is like Dallas's defense. I think it's a middle tier play. I don't think they're going to get you nothing. I think there's, like you said, not very many points scored. I think it's a safe play.
Yeah. I said like the middle tier type of defense.
Yeah,
right there.
probably, yeah, for sure.
With that being said, on the other side of the ball, Trubisky, we just kind of said, it's Trubisky. I wouldn't be risking my.
Here's the thing, dude.
You starting Sam Darnold over Trubisky?
playoffs.
It's playoffs, dude. I'm not fucking around with Mitch Trubisky in Week 14. I'm just not doing it. I don't care what position I'm in. I'm not. I almost want to. I would rather play Devlin Hodges over him.
What about Sam Darnold?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll put Sam Darnold over him.
I like Sam
Would
Darnold
you?
this week. Yeah, for sure. I like
Yeah.
Sam Darnold a lot this week. I think Sam Darnold's a top 10 play this week.
Would you play Mitch Trubisky or Josh Allen?
Playing Josh Allen, they're at home, and I mean he runs the ball next to Lamar Jackson, who's
Yeah.
pretty much a running back. Josh Allen is the guy who's running the ball the second most.
Would you play Drew Brees or Mitch Trubisky?
That one's tough right there.
Yeah, because they're going up against San Francisco too. That's a rough one.
Yeah, I'll take Drew Brees. I mean, that was
Yeah,
kind of the
in-
same.
in
At least
New
he's
Orleans.
yeah. That one's tough though because
It is rough. That's why I asked.
I'm not big on Drew Brees this week.
Me neither. But yeah, I think there's only a couple guys I play Mitch Trubisky over. But that being, I would definitely be seeing if Sam Darnold's there. I'd be playing him over Mitch for sure. Let's talk about running backs. David Montgomery. I think you got to play him.
Just got a mushroom.
Yeah, I know, right?
David Montgomery, it's just tough. Do you trust him? Because I feel like he's been like bipolar. Like he's just one game. He has a good game, and then you're like, oh, let me throw him in my lineup after you benched him because he wasn't been playing good, and then you throw him in your lineup and he has a bad game. So then you put him back on your bench, and then he has a good game, and it's just like you're playing this
Well, I've
circle game of like I don't know. It's like a coin flip. Is he gonna have a good game? Yeah. You can't even sit here and. I don't think anyone can sit here and say like, oh yeah, he's gonna have a good game, or no, he's not gonna have a good game. I think you just don't even know.
Yeah.
He's the biggest wild card
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I think you're. I mean, I can't really disagree. Or I'm right there with you. I mean, I'm in a spot because I've lost a lot of guys. I'm playing him this week just out of necessity. I've my story. I've lost a lot of running backs.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck. I'm playing him this week. I'm hoping for the best, but I'm not super excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think at least he's going to get the volume. He should
Yeah,
see
that's
16, 17 touches.
He's a
and
safe
then
volume
goal
player.
line work. So if he falls in the end zone, I think he has a good game. I think he's like a low end.
Who would you play
RB2.
over David Montgomery? Like you're playing Eckler over.
I think I'm starting
Montgomery?
they said James Conner's out, so I'd probably feel a little bit more comfortable playing Benny Snell over
Interesting.
Montgomery. Like I'm playing Devin Singletary over him. I think I'd play Montgomery over like Geis or AP though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixon.
I'm playing Mixon over Montgomery.
Yeah. What about Bo Scarborough?
Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing Montgomery over any of these Colts running backs. At Tampa Bay, they're
Marlon
like
Mack
the best.
might come back.
Yeah, I'm still probably playing
Yeah, I
Montgomery.
know
It's a
what you mean.
tough
against Tampa Bay. Their rush defense really
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So I think we kind of covered how we feel about David Montgomery.
David Montgomery
Now,
or
Benny's-
Sony Michel.
David Montgomery.
David Montgomery.
Yeah.
David
Yeah.
Montgomery or one of these
Chiefs.
Chiefs running backs.
Fuck. Just because I don't know who it's gonna be, I play David Montgomery.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going David Montgomery. What about David Montgomery? Oh, that's just so funny. David Montgomery or David Montgomery or one of the Arizona running backs, David Johnson or Kenyon Drake.
Play Kenyon Drake over David Montgomery. I'm playing. No, actually, no. I play David Montgomery over both, just because Pittsburgh's defense is pretty good.
Yeah, the whole Arizona thing is tricky. I might lean Drake a little bit, just
Yeah.
in a PPR at least, because I know he'll get a couple catches. He's been getting several targets out of the backfield, and I think he's had like double-digit carries or something like that. He's been getting used pretty well. I think he had 80% of the touches for the running back.
I'm definitely playing David Montgomery over David Johnson. Kenyon Drake's kind of iffy, but I'm leaning more David Montgomery
for sure.
just against the Steelers defense.
Yeah.
That being said, are you playing Tariq Cohen?
I'm not. I'm not taking a chance.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm taking a chance on Tariq Cohen. Like we keep saying, it is,
Playoffs.
and I'm not fucking around.
Yeah.
Okay, not this week. It's always better to go safer plays, unless you're going up against somebody this week in your playoffs and he's just stacked and you just need a fucking a gut shot just to get this week out of the way.
Yeah.
then I would be playing safe for the most part on a lot of these.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Allen Robinson, I think you can play him. He's been pretty solid and consistent wide receiver too. So
Yeah.
the passing game pretty much moves through him. So.
Right.
And even with Trubisky is being as up and down as he is, he's still been getting it done. But what about Anthony Miller? He's kind of an interesting play. Last 3 games, 11, 9, and 13 in the target area. So he's kind of taken over. There's no tight end there, so they're not really throwing him the ball. I mean, would you throw an Anthony Miller in there? I've been thinking about it. I'm kind of in a pinch. I got to make a decision, but it's either Anthony Miller. It's a half-point PPR, so it's either Anthony Miller, Mike Williams, or Brandon Cooks. Or I can double tight end. I have Van Stance in the tight end position, or so I could do Evan Ingram as my other flex guy. It's a double flex league, but so I'm kind of in a dilemma.
I wouldn't be playing Anthony Miller in that situation.
Yeah.
It's just too sketchy. I know it's like, yeah.
He'd be like, I guess if you're in a 3 wide receiver league, he'd be like a 3rd wide receiver.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just hoping he gets me 10 points type of deal, you know?
Right. Yeah, that for me, that's rough. Tight end.
There's no tight end there. They don't throw
know.
the ball at all.
I know.
And then Bears defense. Yeah, I think you're down on the Bears defense at home. They've actually, I saw this, but someone dropped the Bears defense, and I was like, holy shit, they dropped the Bears defense. So I went to go pick them up, and I was looking at their numbers, and like the first 3 weeks of the season, they were just like crushing it. And then
They've been.
Then yeah, I don't know if they came out of a bye or what it was, but like looking at the numbers they had, it's like 2, 3, 5, 7, 5, 6. Like I was like, really, the Bears defense
They've
is
been
just
falling off.
just nothing. And almost, I know Anthony, if he was here, he could probably touch on it, but you know, it's almost weird, like them losing Vic Fangio, the coach for the Broncos now. I mean, was like losing him a big reason
Right.
why that, or was he a big reason why that defense was so dominant last year? Because it's like they have all the players still. I don't understand.
Yeah, no, it is weird because it's like when you've seen Khalil Mack over there, you've seen this defense just blow up.
Yeah.
I don't know if like maybe people looked at the tape and they just figured out ways to exploit the offense, or I mean their defense, or maybe they just missed Trubisky's like 3 and out so much that the defense. I think the defense is just on the field for a long time too.
Yeah.
I think that adds to it. But yeah, I mean, coaching, like Anthony's, will say it forever and ever, is that coaching has so much to do with all these defenses and it just the way these play calling goes, and it really does make a big difference when you lose defensive coordinators, different coaching staff. But that being said, so Chicago, so how are you feeling playing the Bears defense?
Just depending on my option, I play the Bears defense over Dallas defense. I mean, like I said, it's a short week. I know Dallas hasn't really been like giving up points in terms of like playing when you play defense against them. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. Like I said, it's a short week. It should be cold in Chicago.
Yeah.
So maybe a lot of running. So like an under game, I think.
Right.
So
Not a lot of points scored. I just don't see a lot of turnovers. I just don't see a high ceiling for the Chicago Bears defense.
Yeah. You're the stream of defense guy here. Who are some defenses you would like over them?
This is kind of a rough week, but I mean, the problem is like all these juicy matchups. The teams are pretty. Those defenses are pretty owned, but I like the Browns defense. They're like middle tier owned. They're available in some leagues against Cincinnati. Kind of like Texans defense over Denver. They're probably not there though. Packers over Washington.
Yeah, I like the Packers at home.
Packers defense
against Dwayne Haskins and the rest.
Maybe even the Eagles against the Giants Monday night.
Yeah, Eli Manning's supposed to be the quarterback. So.
Turbo McThird and down syndrome, bro. Let's get it. Even
the Jets
defense,
at home against Miami.
I don't know. That kind of actually scares me a little bit.
Really?
Just
Fitzmagic?
Division game. It's Fitzmagic just pulling shit out of his ass. I mean, yeah. That kind of scares me. I mean, I'll probably play the Jets defense over. I think I'd play him over the Bears defense, not so much the Cowboys. I think that Cowboys defense, just because Mitch Trubisky kind of sucks, I put them ahead of the Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Interesting. Okay.
Just kind of shows you, like, mad at me to cut you off, but kind of shows you, like, don't be drafting a defense high. Because people are drafting the Bears defense, like, hella early. You know what I'm saying?
Early.
And it's like you see defenses like the Niners who went undrafted, or, some of these other defenses. Like the Ravens, was obviously later defense getting drafted. But, what I'm saying? It's always these different defenses. They come out of nowhere every year, and they're a good defense. The Steelers defense, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they, out of nowhere, now Steelers is pretty much like a top 3 defense every single week. So, yeah, I know it's kind of like
redundant. We
redundant,
always,
yeah.
we always talk about it, but it's like one of those things. It's like every year we talk about it, and then every year I go to drafts and people take Bills defense in the 3rd round, 4th round. You know, or not.
So,
I mean, that's a little extreme, but like I see
the reaching.
shit. Yeah, I see the reaching for defenses where it just. It's like, dude, I thought the word was out that you don't need to fucking draft the defense.
I usually just draft a random defense towards the end of the rounds, and then I'll usually just stream a defense the whole year until I find a good one. Like, for instance, I was streaming defenses for the first several weeks, and then
you got the
Steelers after the whole Minka trade, and I grabbed the Steelers in like 4 of my 5 leagues, and I just leave them in there every single week.
Right, and then that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's just beautiful, dude.
It's money, dude. I'm getting a Minka jersey for Christmas.
Are you?
I don't know.
A Dolphins jersey or a Steelers one?
Steelers, dog.
I really like your idea of you wearing all the
Getting a
ex-Dolphins
Tannehill jersey.
All the ex-Dolphins
Getting a Devontae
jerseys.
Parker jersey. Getting a Steelers Minka Fitzpatrick jersey.
So you're gonna get a Titans, a Steelers,
And the Dolphins.
Are you gonna get a Texans Stills jersey?
A Texans still
No.
No, not that. No.
What about Gesicki, dude?
Who?
Who?
Oh, bless you.
Who? He was the talk of the town last year. All right.
For sure.
That we just want to give a little quick one. Given
I feel like we're talking forever, though.
I know. Going over this Thursday night game, we went a little more in depth than we usually do, but for these matchups, we're just doing a quick one. So this is a little mini podcast. Thanks for listening. This has been the Average Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 54 in the books, and us little boys are out.